How are you?
It's going okay. What about you?
I'm fantastic. Thanks for asking.
Rocco the
Nice.
man. How you doing, brother?
How's it going?
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much for taking time and coming on my show. I appreciate it a lot.
Oh,
Great.
thank you, brother. Thank you, man.
You got it. The first question I actually want to ask is for Nico. Like, what inspired you to want to write the film, and did you watch any like good action films while you were writing the film?
Yeah. Art and I really have a passion for the 90s genre films, the gritty films with Mel Gibson and Danny Glover. And, they just, the camaraderie and those films back in the 90s they were just fun movies. And look, we didn't set out to
Oh
win an
yeah.
Oscar. We set out to give the audience a fun movie to watch. And by all accounts, when I was in the theater the other night watching it for the first time on the big screen, I said, this is a
Mhm.
movie I want to eat my popcorn and drink my soda and just enjoy. And I really think that we got that. So thank you for asking.
Yeah, definitely. And Art, like, how did you wind up coming on the board for the film? Like, how did you come on board to shoot it?
I had met Nico. I worked with him. He worked on we worked on a film called Ruthless with Dermot Mulroney, and I met him because he was
Yeah.
acting in it. And I was really blown away by his acting, his presence. He had charisma, to be honest with you. And I told him on that set, I go, man, you need to star in your own films. You need to be the leading man. And lo and behold, forward, he they told me about the script called The Record. And I thought, okay, let's look at it. And when I read it, I really, really felt it because I thought, the 90s to me was the golden era of a lot of these gritty action films, like Nico
Oh
was.
yeah.
And I thought, you know what? We can do that. As a matter of fact, I started directing in the 90s, so I said, I'm the perfect fit. I'm your man. And that was it, man. Nico had enough faith in me, and we collaborated a lot, and such a pleasure. It was so fun, brother, so fun.
Nice. And you guys have like such an all-star cast for this film. Like, besides Nico as the lead, like you've got Danny's in the film, and Ty
Reese.
Reese is in the
Yep.
film, and like just like this amazing cast. And how did you guys wind up like hiring and finding like the cast?
Well, we were super fortunate because we landed Harvey Keitel first. We needed a really good villain, and so to start off with, Harvey Keitel as our big villain in the story we were thrilled to get him on board. And then everybody else started filling in because who doesn't want to be in a film with Harvey Keitel? We're running out of time with such great actors. And so then we put in Tyrese Gibson next, and the whole cast started filling in nicely around him. But I'll tell you this, we were really fortunate to get Danny Trejo as well. So, and
Yeah.
then Mina and Chad, we looked up and thanked our lucky stars because the cast really was fantastic for this film.
Oh my
It was
God, yeah,
Yeah.
hands down.
I
Yeah.
was a kid in a candy store, brother. Kid in a candy store.
Yeah.
The best cast I worked with, and the funny thing is that before we shot the film, the Nico and the other producers set up a coffee with me and Harvey, and I was like,
Really?
oh, whoa! So the day before, because Harvey told me that day, he goes, you know what? No one's ever done that. No one's ever, usually they hire me, I go to the set, I do my work, and so we didn't talk about the movie at all. We were just talking about our own experience. It was so fun. Harvey, again, everybody was just a gem to work with, especially Harvey. Just a wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. And what I love about films, like especially action films, horror films, like I love the sound, this score, because it definitely puts you in the mood for the scene that's coming next. And how did you guys know the score that you wanted for the film?
Go ahead, Art.
On that one, to be honest with you, I collaborated a lot with the composer. I really, it was hours and hours of a lot of meetings with him and getting the right sound, the right pitch. because a lot of times, and then even the balance of when you're balancing the sound and the music, that's
Mhm.
another whole thing. Because what I wanted you to do is I wanted you to feel the hit, but also hear the hit, I wanted you to really get that cool, crunchy sound effect along with a little bit of music to just enhance it. And we just lucked out. We got a great composer, and with the great composers, you always can tell a story. In other words, you can probably one day close your eyes and listen to it, and you'll know what's happening. And that's the whole thing that I was trying to achieve.
Nico, like this question is for you. Like,
Sure.
how did how did you how did you get in into the mind frame to actually play a guy who
Tony?
who basically who basically has to jump from this like quiet life to basically like fighting a crime boss and like a whole bunch of action and fight scenes, and did you do
Yeah.
like your own stunts and everything?
Yeah, I get my own stunts. One thing it helps me to get into this character was I wrote the script. And so I did not set out to be the lead actor in this. I just wanted to write a great story. And I really am passionate about the films that I write because I want to bring out the different emotions in people of feeling the emotional scenes and the angry scenes and the fight scenes and then make them laugh every once in a while. So once I got through the script, I just knew this character so in and out that I just couldn't. I didn't want to turn this over to anybody else. I really wanted to play the character myself, and so to get into it, I'm already a father of two young girls. So in the script, I had two young girls as well. So I really fell into this part very naturally. And I think because it's such a natural film, I'm not one that really likes guns myself. And so my character does not use guns either. And, I use my wrench, which I use at work every day in the garage. So it really was a natural fit for me to play this character and to get into the character and understand this is just a guy that goes to work every day, puts his boots on and goes to work, and just some bad things happen to him. And he just decides I got to take things into my own hands and save the day. And that's what I love about this story. It's very easy to follow.
Oh
You
yeah, for sure.
on top of that, one thing I want to say is that it wouldn't have been realistic if the stakes weren't that high. It wouldn't have been realistic if somebody just broke into his garage and said, "Okay, we're going to steal your tools," and all of a sudden he turns into a badass. So when Nico had that scene in with his daughters, that was very, very, very personal. We spent a long time on that scene where his daughter gets killed and he gets very emotional, and he brought it out. He was very
Mm.
literally when we shot that scene, the whole crew was almost in tears. But he was out there, seriously, Nico. It's a tribute to you. You did a phenomenal job.
Mm. Thank you. That was a tough scene to
And I
shoot.
know.
I'll tell you this. I needed 30 minutes in the dressing room by myself to prepare for that one. That was an emotional scene when you see one of your daughters, even on screen, dying or in pain. That's tough.
I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know we're up on our time, so the last thing I'm going to ask you guys is where could fans watch the film and follow you both at?
Well, it's going to be debuting October 31st and the November 1st weekend, so we're getting real close. It's in 1,000 theaters nationwide. So please go to AMC and pull down the record's name, and you can find out what theater is going to be showing it.
And
Awesome, guys.
Nico, where can they follow you, Nico, if somebody wanted to fathom your?
I am Nico Foster at Instagram and Nico Foster official website, and you can follow us right there on Instagram. And I would love to commingle with you guys. So please come and see the film. It's one that really is just a fun film to watch. I think everybody will enjoy it.
Yeah, same here. I really Art Camacho and official Art Camacho on Instagram and Facebook. And yes, this is a very normally I don't really plug my films that much, but this one is very special and very dear to me. And I think people are going to enjoy the heck out of it. And I hope you do too. God bless you.
Thank you. Well, it was very nice meeting you guys, and thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you, Rocco. We'll see you soon at the theaters.
Definitely.